in the Lori Vallow Daybell trial and the text messages between she and her husband Chad just days before her children were killed. Kana Whitworth has the latest for us.
Yeah, Robin, good morning. An FBI special agent took the stand detailing hundreds of thousands of text messages from Lori Vallow Daybell's iCloud account, revealing the couple's affair and the time leading up to the murders of her two children, to whom they sometimes refer to as zombies. This morning, thousands of text messages between the so-called doomsday mom, Lori Vallow Daybell, and her husband, Chad, read aloud in court by the FBI, detailing the couple's most intimate thoughts in the days and weeks before the murder of Lori's children, 7-year-old JJ and 16-year-old Tylee. On August 7th, 2019, Lori texted Chad, "We are both so tired of taking care of demons. We are weary. Please ask the Lord to take them." Days later, on August 10th, Lori texted Chad again, "Do you think there is a perfectly orchestrated plan to take the children, and we just have to wait for it to be carried out?" Chad's response, "There is a plan being orchestrated for the children." Prosecutors allege just 3 weeks later, JJ and Tylee were murdered and buried in shallow graves in Chad's backyard. The FBI saying on July 18th, 2019, 2 months before the children were killed, Chad texted Lori he had been instructed to focus efforts on Hillary, so I will. Lori replied, "Okay, find out her percentage for me and JJ's." Chad writes back, "She's at 0.13.
Hillary is the name of the entity that allegedly possessed or inhibited Tylee Ryan's body. The closer an individual was to 0 in some instances, or in this instance with JJ, 100, the closer they were to their death.
The couple are also charged with the murder of Chad's ex-wife, Tammy. Just 2 days before Tammy's death, Chad texted Lori, "Hello, sweet angel. Bad news about Tammy. The short version is she has been switched and she is in limbo. A level 3 demonic entity is in her body." The defense arguing the majority of the text on Lori's phone indicated she was a good mother to her children. Now, Lori has pleaded not guilty, and her defense team arguing, isn't this possibly all a fantasy? To which Hart replied, you guys, absent the 3 people being killed, yes, guys.
Oh, Kana, thank you. Joining us now, our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Want to get your take on these text messages enough to convict?
They're devastating to Lori Vallow for 2 reasons. First, you're talking about the planning of it. It sounds like they're talking about when it's going to happen. They're talking about the kids getting zapped, etc. But then there's also this sense of looking forward to it happening as well, to getting rid of the hurdle. And that makes it sound like this isn't just about some religious belief. This is about money. This is about sex. This is about them being together. This is going to be very tough to overcome.
Is it too late for a deal?
I don't think they're going to offer any deal at this point. I think the question is going to be, does Lori Vallow take the witness stand, right? That's the remaining question here. There's no way her lawyers would recommend it, but at a certain point they may say there's not that much to lose, and in the end that's going to be her decision. You talk to people at the courthouse, they tell you Lori Vallow's always felt like she could talk her way out of anything.
And how does her mental health come into play here? Because there were questions up front about whether she was fit to stand trial. She's even asked for breaks, mental health breaks. Does that play a role in the verdict?
She was declared incompetent to even stand trial. I mean, you really have to be incompetent to not be able to even sit through your trial. Then they determined she was competent to stand trial, which is why she's having the trial. It really would only come into play in sentencing, not in the guilt phase here. This is not an insanity defense. So could the judge take it into consideration when sentencing if she's found guilty? Yes. But until that point, I don't expect it'll be relevant.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.